I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for NoBSCoachingAdvice.com and others. My friend Ellen Hunkins wrote an article for LinkedIn called 5 Reasons You Should Admit Mistakes. Do a Google search for it. I'm sure you'll find it. It's a nice little article and it becomes the trigger for this video. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. Tell me about a mistake you made and what you learned from it. That's a question quite a few of my clients have asked over the years when they interview people. And they tell me that they learn a lot from the answers that they hear to those questions about individuals and their ability to own up to mistakes. You see, people really do make mistakes. And if you as a manager, if you as a leader, if you as a staff person have trouble owning up to it, it begs the question of what's the issue? For most people, they're afraid of a consequence. They're afraid of retribution. They're afraid of a problem. And I'm going to bring the opposite to you, that you're holding on to stuff that's unnecessary to hold on to. So, Alain in his article points out 5 things. And the first one is when you can own up to a mistake, you help to build trust. And as he says, the foundation for trust and teamwork is being vulnerable. And thus, when you admit to mistakes, you model bringing your whole real self to work. And as a leader, your team will only be as vulnerable as you're willing to be. And this is going to help you build a stronger relationship with them and a stronger team. The second thing he points out is this greater understanding. It's a lot easier to see things clearly when there aren't the smoke screens and the mirrors in your line of sight. Admitting mistakes help you and your team see things as they really are. The third thing he points out is better decisions. Greater understanding gives you the insight to make better choices. This has a multiplier effect. Not only does the quality of your decisions improve, yielding better results, but the speed and ease of making decisions improves as well, creating a better process. He next points out that admitting it makes it easier to clean up. Have you noticed that if you clean a baking dish, I love this analogy he uses, if you clean a baking dish immediately after you use it, the baked on mess comes off much easier. And he then says, mistakes are much the same way. As long as you try and deny, repress, or hide the mistake, the more impact it'll have in the long term. And lastly, and this is probably the most important part, stuff happens. Mistakes occur. And with the shame, anger, and guilt and frustrations, those are really optional choices. When it comes to making mistakes, you can learn from them and grow and improve and not just simply, try and cover them up. He points out the old Thomas J. Watson story about why he didn't fire someone who basically had cost him $1 million at a time when that was even more money than it seems now. It's like the late 1950s, early 1960s. And Watson said, why would I accept this when I've just invested $1 million in your education? So fundamentally, you learn from this. Mistakes do happen. You're going to grow from it. You may even repeat the same mistake again until you finally understand what it is that you did wrong and how it happened. But it's a learning opportunity. It brings teams closer together. It's a phenomenal experience. And, if you're afraid of a consequence, well, you're going to learn whether you were right or not if you own up to it. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. I'll simply say if you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw the video because I like knowing I'm helping some folks. Once we're connected, message that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. Also, I've got a lot more available at thebiggamehunter.us. Go over to the site, go exploring. It's a great site with information about being more effective at the workplace, about job search, hiring. It's a nice site for that. Thousands of posts there. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Once we're connected, message that you're interested in coaching. We'll set up time for a free discovery call. Have a great day. Take care.